EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Halloween matchup. It's the Steelers and the Browns, next on Madden Football.
It is a crisp, cool fall afternoon, and we've got football from FirstEnergy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here come the Steelers now on offense, led out by a man who's been at the controls since 2004. Six-time Pro Bowler, Ben Roethlisberger.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. And right away, he lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on second and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the green, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on third down.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. So the Browns set to go on offense for the first time, led by Baker Mayfield in his fourth season now from Oklahoma.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup. Love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And it looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. To throw, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. Now Mayfield lost the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll run for it. Chubb. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Nick Chubb stopped short. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. 2nd and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. It's brought in by Harris. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Landry now on the return. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Stiff-armed him.
A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not really much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Mayfield now to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Mayfield looks to throw, escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Baker Mayfield. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Harris. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
2nd and 11.
Here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. On the give, this is Harris. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now the man from nearby Columbus, Ohio, Benny Snell. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On the ground, it's Harris. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. First down, and they go back to Harris. And Myles Garrett, the All-Pro, in on the tackle.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Let's take it in at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Handoff comes to Chubb.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. McLaughlin now for the Browns field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
59 yards on the ground for him so far.
The Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Roethlisberger on the draw. It's Harris.
6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. He finds his man complete. It's Harris. And he's got this 40 before he's out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Completion here to Claypool. Again. Roethlisberger.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Roethlisberger will throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll bring them back within 4.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. We begin our journey up at MetLife Stadium, Cincinnati in town, to take on New York. And it's the Bengals who have the lead in the second quarter. Former #1 overall pick Joe Burrow with a touchdown pass. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Deshaun Watson has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Big Derrick Henry with a couple of touchdown runs. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Steelers in that first half. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Browns, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football in that first half. Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Tackle made by the longtime member of these Browns, Joe Schobert.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. A give. This is Chubb.
And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Oh, he bowls over him. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. This is Harris. A little juke. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Here's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now whistles here before the snap, but it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now it's Roethlisberger. Able to hit his target, Claypool. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. On second down, this is Harris. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Boswell's kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Second and 8. They run it again with Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. To throw, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
From the 39, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. He completes it to Beckham. Little razzle-dazzle by OBJ. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big play that time for Cleveland.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route. And the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat. And then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Throwing, Mayfield.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep him from getting a first down as well.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick are going to tack on to their advantage.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack, but the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
That catch good for only a couple. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 31, Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Pass incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Malik McDowell in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 67 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. A run for Nick Chubb. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A solid stiff arm. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mayfield off the play fake, flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not.
Sure gets a base hit and he's on base. They bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They'll run on first down. Harris. And he'll be corralled out across midfield.
And his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that.
Roethlisberger going to get that to Ebron. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Here's Roethlisberger. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Johnson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They hand this off to Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. T.J. Watt, always the disruptor, there to blow that play up. On second down, it's Hunt. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. We focus our attention now on the quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. But guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one.
Now Roethlisberger. Pass complete to Ebron.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Troy Hill picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Roethlisberger.
They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw again on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
This this has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Browns,
they level their mark at 4-4 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games.